As the first light of dawn broke through the sky, five best friends, Lily, Jack, Ben, Mia, and Sam, began their long-awaited adventure into the deep forest. They had spent an entire month preparing for this journey, eager to see the majestic landscapes, encounter wild animals they had only ever heard of, and feel the thrill of exploring uncharted territory. Laughter echoed as they walked along narrow forest paths, the sun's rays shimmering through the leaves. However, it wasn't long before things began to change. The sky gradually dimmed, and the cheerful birdsong was replaced by eerie sounds echoing from the depths of the forest. The group didn't realize they had strayed far off course. The trees grew denser, and the small trails they had been following disappeared into the wilderness. Lily was the first to speak, her voice trembling slightly. "Maybe we should turn back. I have a feeling we're going the wrong way." But Jack, ever confident, shook his head. "We've gone too far. Turning back now would only make things worse. It's best if we keep moving and find another way." Ben, the eternal optimist, smiled reassuringly. "We'll be fine. As long as we stick together, everything will turn out okay." Mia clung tightly to Sam's arm, her eyes darting nervously as the shadows deepened around them. "I hate the dark. We need to find somewhere safe before it gets pitch black." Sam, who often remained quiet but had a knack for coming up with creative solutions, suggested, "I think we should set up a small camp for the night. It's dangerous to keep moving without any light." They agreed to make camp in a small clearing nearby, but the tension in the air was palpable as the darkness grew thicker around them. Strange sounds echoed through the trees, and the branches swayed eerily in the wind, making everyone shiver. Despite their growing unease, they managed to find comfort in one another's presence, gathering around a fire they'd built, sharing old stories to keep their spirits up. The next morning, as the first rays of the sun peeked through the trees, the friends packed up, determined to find their way home. But their journey was far from over. Just as they were ready to move, a new obstacle appeared before them. A wide, fast-flowing river that blocked the only path they believed could lead them back. "We can't swim across," Mia said, her voice clearly trembling. "The current is too strong. If anyone slips, we'll lose them." Ben, with his usual grin, offered a solution. "Let's build a raft. If we work together, we can get across." With a sense of unity, everyone set to work. Jack, using his strength, began chopping down large branches. Lily and Mia searched for vines to tie the logs together. Sam, with his creative mind, guided them on how to arrange the logs to make the raft stable. Within a few hours, their makeshift raft was complete, ready to face the raging waters. As they crossed the river, each time the powerful current threatened to overturn their raft, the group held onto each other tightly, maintaining balance. The fear in their eyes gradually faded as they realized the strength of their unity. They knew that if even one person let go, the whole group could be swept away. But no one gave up. Finally, when the raft reached the other side, they all let out a collective sigh of relief. Mia smiled, filled with gratitude for her friends who had helped her conquer her greatest fear. But their troubles were far from over. The path ahead was now blocked by thick vines, making it impossible to pass through. They had no tools to cut through the dense underbrush. Lily, always meticulous, suddenly remembered a sharp stone she had seen by the riverbank. "I've got an idea," she said, running back to retrieve the stone. With Jack and Ben's help, they began cutting through the vines that stood in their way. Though exhausted and weary, they didn't give up. Sam, ever the thoughtful one, continued to motivate everyone with positive words. "We just need to keep going. Don't stop now." On the third day in the forest, they were utterly drained after hours of constant movement. Their food and water supplies were running dangerously low, and hope was fading fast. That's when they saw the first rays of sunlight breaking through the dense canopy, illuminating a narrow path ahead. Jack, who had maintained his strength of spirit, pointed towards the light and shouted, "Look, we're almost there." With their last bit of energy, the group hurried toward the light and soon found themselves standing before a large rock formation that they recognized from the start of their journey. They let out cheers of joy. Before them was the path that led back to the village, where their adventure had begun. "We made it," Ben said, a radiant smile on his face. "We never would have made it out of that forest if it hadn't been for all of us working together." Lily nodded, tears of relief streaming down her cheeks. "None of us could have done it alone. Only by sticking together did we find our way back home."